Namaste. I hope you are all fine at home. Now, let us study IFRS. IFRS is short for International Financial Reporting Standards. Do you know what is this? Okay, all of you have studied up to BCom final year, financial accounting in even in the MCom first year also you have studied financial accounting and bookkeeping also. So, then is it possible for you to become an accountant? Certainly, if you are asked, you say yes. But nowadays, you know that due to LPG, that is liberalization, privatization, and globalization, the world has become small and the whole globe is a market. You can buy from anywhere sitting at your home itself. So the producers are sending their products to other countries and we also can buy from other countries. So it was somewhat the whole shows the whole globe is united. That's why it is a global economy. When transactions are taking place between different countries and they are buying and selling, they are exporting, importing, and also they are doing entrepreneurship. Then, but remember, we don't have any universal currency system. Universal currency system we don't have. So easily, we cannot buy from other countries directly because currency is to be converted. Moreover, the accounting system also is different. In India is different. In USA it is gap. In other countries different types are. So nowadays, because of the LPG, many advanced countries or most of the advanced countries they are entering into underdeveloped countries and developing countries they establish their own business. Then they prepare their country accounting system is different. If they come to India, in India its accounting system is different. Obviously, there will not be a mismatch between the different accounting systems. Then how to ascertain the profit and loss? How do they come to know that there is a profit or loss? Because of the accounting system, there are different treatments of so many concepts. Then definitely or obviously it leads to confusion and it leads to different profits or sometimes loss also reverse result also we get. That's why to make uniqueness or to bring the uniqueness in the accounting system, universal accounting standard is here according to the IASB, it is being formed. So if it is followed throughout the nation, throughout the globe, whole globe, then obviously there will not be any confusion in maintaining the records. There are, you know that there are no more than 120 countries already adopted this system, and even in India also we are trying to adopt this, and now we are doing convergence of the Indian accounting system into IFRS. So it is a double work. Gradually, we are also going to adopt this IFRS system. Now, you can become accountant because of the qualification. What to become, what you have studied, and MCom first sem, what you have studied based on that. But without the knowledge of IFRS, you cannot work for any MNC, multinational companies, because you should know IFRS. Because multinational companies are being invested and run by the multinational foreign companies, multinational foreign companies. So they do their business here, but whatever profit they earn, whatever accounting investment, what they do, that is to be here taken by the such country. That's why they want to just match the actual system and the Indian system or any other countries. So, in the due to globalization, in almost all countries, they are adopting this IFRS system because to bring transparency. Because we cannot believe in others' accounting system, and they also cannot believe in our accounting system. Obviously, there will be disputes. That's why to bring the consistency, to bring the transparency, the whole globe is being now adopting IFRS. That is what here is IFRS. Now you only answer yourself, is it possible for you to become an accountant for a long period of time or to the MNC? Is it possible for you to serve MNC? Certainly no. So we have to study IFRS. And now in this third sem you are going to study IFRS. But you are not going to study major part. And you have some introductory part, some calculations, some IFRS standards you can learn in this semester. Okay. Now let us continue the same. IFRS the is the short for International Financial Reporting Standards that we know. So IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards, is the international accounting framework within which to properly organize and report financial information. It is derived from the pronouncements of the London-based International Accounting Standards Board, that is IASB. It is currently the required accounting framework in more than 120 countries. Simply, IFRS is like a common global language for business affairs. Say common global language or common accounting language for business affairs so that company accounts are understandable and comparable across international boundaries. So IFRS requires businesses to report their financial results and financial position using the same rules. This means that barring any fraudulent manipulation, there is considerable uniformity in the financial reporting of all businesses using IFRS, which makes it easier to compare and contrast with their financial results. Now let us know what is IFRS. International Financial Reporting Standards, that is IFRS, are a set of international accounting standards stating how particular types of transactions and other events should be reported in financial statements. IFRS are issued by the International Accounting Standard Board and they specify exactly how accountants must maintain and report their accounts. IFRS were established in order to have a common accounting language so business and accounts can be understood from company to company and country to country. Now, let us know the objectives of IFRS. Why IFRS is to be there? What is the need for that? You know that here IFRS is must because of the LPC. Whole global accounting is necessary for the transparency in operation, then consistency, reliability. We need IFRS. So now let us study the objectives of IFRS one by one. First one is to develop. In the public interest, a single set of high quality, understandable, and enforceable global accounting standards that require high quality, transparent, and comparable information in financial statements and other financial reporting to help participants in the world's capital markets and other users make economic decisions. Those who make economic decisions, they want it because now it is a global market, global business, global economy. Then obviously economic decisions are to be made at a global level. That's why there is a need of IFRS, which is agreeable, understandable, and accepted by the whole globe or whole world, we can say. The next is to promote the rigorous application of those standards. We know that IFRS is required as we are in global economy. That's why we have to promote it. Those standards are to be made use. All IFRS standards are to be used because we are not away from the global economy. We are there in the global economy. We are there in the global market. Whole globe is itself is our world now. Now because of the this there is internationalism rather than nationalism. That's why we have to make effort, put efforts to promote the use and rigorous application of those IFRS standards. That's why they are required. Then, in fulfilling the objectives associated with the first one and second one, to take account of as appropriate the special needs of small and medium sized entities and emerging economies. There is a need of IFRS. If it is not there, then obviously there will be confusion. Then next one is to bring about convergence of national accounting standards and international accounting standards and IFRS to high quality solutions. We have to bring the convergence of national accounting standard. In India it is IAS, Indian Accounting Standards are there at present. So we have to converse them, and international accounting standards are there in here, and in America GAAP is there. Now it is IFRS is there according to IASB. So all these are to be unified to bring the high quality solution. That's why there is a need of or this IFRS. So we have to see now why there is a need for international financial reporting standards. We know because of the globalization, there is a here liberalization, globalization and privatization is there. Whole globe is a market. From anywhere we can buy, from to anywhere we can sell. So obviously, if there are different accounting systems, or it leads to confusion, and we cannot expect any consistency. That's why there's a need of IFRS. Now let us see one by one all the points. In brief, international financial reporting standards were established to bring consistency to accounting standards and practice, regardless of the company or the country. Consistency means we have to follow the same rules and regulations to keep the books of accounts or accounting transaction records so that we can bring the transparency in the maintenance of accounting system. Regardless of the company or country, we no need to think of which country it is, which company it is, no need. It's a uniform standard for all the companies, for in all the countries we can apply. Then they are issued by the Accounting Standard Board (IASB) and address record keeping, reporting, and other aspect of financial reporting. We have to prepare the reports also financial reporting they are called. So that is to be done according to IASB, and we have to keep the records as per IFRS. For all these purpose, IFRS has become unique. Now, IFRS benefit companies and individuals alike in fostering greater corporate transparency. When corporate sectors are following one kind of accounting system, obviously we can expect transparency in the activities, because anyone and everyone can see the or read the books of accounts. It brings obviously transparency. So then corporate sector transparency facilitates benefits to the companies as well as to the individuals. So when companies are benefited, obviously individuals of that particular nation also will be benefited. Then the downside of IFRS are that they are not universal. With the United States using GAAP accounting and a number of other countries using their methods. The drawback, we cannot say it is a drawback because it is an emerging accounting system. So you can say downside IFRS are that they are not universal. IFRS is not yet become universal because as per uh, current trend, only 120 countries have adopted, and one countries are 120 countries are being followed uh, this kind of accounting system. Then you know that United States, that is United States, States of America, they are having their own GAAP system, generally accepted accounting practices they follow, and in India also we follow IAS, Indian Accounting Standards are there. Like that, other countries, so many other countries also follow their own types of maintaining accountings transactions. So obviously, still today we cannot expect uniformity or universal application of accounting treatment or transactions. So it is a drawback of this IFRS introduction. But what we can say is in future it will be adopted maybe by all the countries because of the transparency, consistency, and acceptability. Okay, now we will conclude this introductory part. So, thank you very much for the patient listening.